Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys a bit about Spacelords. But before we get into today's video, I do want to toss my usual shameless plug-in out. If you guys are not following me on mixer.com/Tanek127, what are you doing? Follow me. I got a giveaway going on as soon as I hit 500 followers. Gonna be tossing out some PSN and Xbox codes to you guys for free. Just click the follow button on the Mixer channel. Follow me on Twitter at Tanek127. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first question you're probably going to ask is, what is Spacelords? Spacelords is a PvE/PvP based third-person shooter. Now, another thing, big fat disclaimer, I do want to give a special thank you to Mercury's team for hooking me up with some cosmetic goodies to add a little bit of extra flair to this video. Keep in mind that all of these cosmetics, they are just strictly cosmetic extras. They do not affect gameplay whatsoever. They can do things like change your weapon style and animations, change your melee style and animations and things like that. But other than that, they're really just cosmetic goods, and they got some pretty dope prices as well for cosmetics. I gotta say, compared to a lot of the other games out here that are free to play, their skins in this game are really cheap. Like you're not going to be paying $20 and $30 for a weapon skin in this game. But anyway, so what is Spacelords? Well, Spacelords has been a third-person PvE/PvP based shooter now for a while. It's been a little bit of a grindy game, but I think more so in 2019, it's starting to tread that kind of looter shooter kind of feel. Now, not quite, but they did recently add a revamp system to the game that made crafting weapons, building parts, and different things like that. The process does look a lot similar to Warframe. There are you get a weapon blueprint. There are parts you need. You go out on missions and you farm those parts. You come back, build that weapon. That weapon takes X and X amount of time. With certain currencies or certain pieces, you can make that time go by faster. Now, keep in mind, everything you need to do these kind of processes in this game is grindable. Everything you can do in this game is grindable. Their game store, it gives you nothing but things like more inventory space, cosmetic features, different outfits and stuff like that for the different Spacelord characters and stuff like that. There's nothing really in Spacelords' store that affects gameplay whatsoever, and you guys know me, when it comes to free-to-play games, that's always a plus. But like I said, Spacelords has been taking some pretty good turns for 2019. I do like the direction that it's going, and there are some things I would like to see the game improve on, especially going into 2020. Now, one thing that I do want to say is, like I said in the beginning, Spacelords has been taking more of this looter shooter route, especially with like the whole weapon constructing system and things like that. I do feel like there should be more ways to earn the loot to build your weapons. A lot of it right now is based around things like challenges, completing a certain amount of missions and stuff like that, doing your getting your monthly points and all that stuff. And now that's a fair system. That's good. And but once you get to more rare weapons and different cards you want to build for traits and stuff like that, a lot of that stuff seems to get a bit scarce. So one thing I do want to suggest for the developers is to consider letting enemies or even just bosses drop some of these items, or even have a drop chance of some of these items. The cool thing about Spacelords is there's always a reason to run certain missions, whether there's a certain mission picked for the day that's on quick play, or whether somebody in your party has a blueprint that drops from this mission or that mission and stuff like that. Well, as far as I see it, putting tying loot drops to certain enemies or certain bosses in the games and stuff like that, something like that could just give people more purpose to run certain missions. I don't think it will hurt, but just because there's already a loot distribution system there, I do think the developers need to be very careful on how they go about it. Not to make it too easy, so that way high level and end game based players have nothing to do, but also not to make it too difficult to where it feels like it's impossible to grind or anything like that. Another change I do think Spacelords can see going into 2020. Now this is more so just a feature I would like to personally see. And I've been talking about this with Spacelords for a while. I even actually suggested this back when I made my first video on this game, back when it was called Raiders of the Broken Planet. I would personally really like to see a social hub in this game. I think a social hub in this game would be really cool, and a way to like to LFG with other players, and like the matchmaking system's fine. You know, you never have to go into a mission alone. There's usually, you know, always people running missions, especially since, you know, the game has full crossplay now between PS4, PC, Xbox One, Steam, and Windows 10. There's 100% crossplay between all those platforms. I still think, you know, LFG system, especially, you know, for so you can find a group specifically for, you know, what you're looking to do in this game. I think that would be something really beneficial for players. So, you know, maybe like some type of social hub with a text chat element, or some type of emote message element, or something like that. You know, something where players could, you know, get in instances with other players, communicate with them, and, you know, and be able to you know, let them know what they're looking for a group for. Hey, you know, I'm looking to farm this weapon blueprint at this so-and-so mission. Hey, I need to kill this boss to get this. Or hey, I need to get a certain number of elites for this daily. Or, you know, hey, I need to run this mission so many times to get my monthly challenges done, etc., etc., etc. I really think, you know, a social hub and some elements, you know, like that would definitely help this game out. Now, last but not least, the one final change I would like to see in Spacelords in 2020, or something just to help this problem a little bit, I would like to see either players being able to play a bigger variety of characters in a mission, or I would like to see more weapon variety for the heroes throughout this game. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. I do think that people shouldn't be restricted to just one hero per mission. I know a lot of people think that's, you know, that's going to throw a balance off. Like, I personally feel like, you know, if you want to take 4 Aneskas in a mission, you should be able to. And that's just my personal opinion, because I feel like, you know, a lot of the weapon types and play styles for, you know, these different Spacelords in this game, some of them are very restricting. Some of them, you know, have short-range weapons that can't hit a boss from far away. And, you know, if you're stuck playing a character that you're not used to using, that can make the gameplay, you know, not too much fun for you. And you know, I've been stressing this point with Spacelords for a while. So I definitely think either A, they should consider, you know, letting people play multiple of heroes in missions, or B, at least, you know, offer a bigger weapon variety to a lot of these heroes. So that way, you know, say you know, I want to play Aneska, and she only has a short range weapon, and I want to go fight General Marmalade. Well, if I have a long range weapon I can use with Aneska, that can help me fight General Marmalade. Now, granted, Aneska doesn't have that problem, but, you know, I'm just giving that as an example. But I really think that's one thing that needs to change. You know, a lot of these heroes getting more weapon options, so that way, you know, they can have viable options for long range, mid range, short range, whether they place down mines or whether they set traps. You know, whatever it is their abilities do. I think, you know, especially just with guns in particular, and when it comes to completing missions, I feel like they need a bigger variety of the different things they can do. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.